feel like victims either. I think that's just as bad. But it's let's face it, we're all products of our environment, because if everybody, if I was perfect, the people around me were perfect, then the kids would have a lot better chance to grow up. And when I say perfect, I'm talking about letting them make more mistakes and exposing them to a little bit of heat, if you will. So anyway, you have to have that toughness, because in business, my gosh, I mean, everything is tough. Today I got to do a show on the IRS. The IRS, I did this big job, and we did our taxes. The IRS, for some reason, I don't know why it didn't compute. They said we owed a little bit more, so we said, all right, we'll do payments. And then, so we set it up fine, no big deal. And then they levied one of our big accounts, and I was counting on this money to kind of, I do like to budget. Even if I have the money, I still budget every month. If it's not that I have some big nest egg, but if I got all these different things going out, there's a motor in one of my trucks that blew, and I want to replace that, and I want to do all these things, but you have to budget. And then they levied these accounts. One of them took me like 3 weeks to do, just a big job. And I'm thinking, the IRS just comes in and says, oh, by the way, we're taking this, and it's a mistake. The reason I'm not paying them is because I want my accountant to audit their audit, and we'll go back to the drawing board, because usually we come out ahead. One thing I think the biggest misnomer about the IRS is people think the IRS is all knowing. No, the IRS only knows what you tell them. The only reason they levied this account is because I told them I have a lot of money coming from this account. Because they're typically, they don't call there's that veil, they don't call your customers or anything like that. But I think it was somebody that was younger that was trying to impress their boss. Anyway, I don't get too upset about it. It was a little stressful, and it comes from growing up being tough, because anybody else would be like, oh my gosh, because I can give you a list of problems that was going to create if they levy the account. You're talking about car payments and rent and food, and I have a lot of medical supplies I get, my kids and this and that. I mean, every one of them is like very stressful if you were to really analyze it. But I don't think like that. I've been through too much crap, and these things are not that big a deal. In fact, I go through things like this on a daily basis almost, and it's not just one thing. And if you want to own your business, you need to build a thick skin about this kind of stuff. One of the things is, like when you hire people, there's going to be problems. I was talking to somebody today, and they had a gentleman that they let go, and while we were talking, she got a phone call, and they got sued for a wrongful termination, and their lawyer said, just settle it. It's going to cost you, and just settle it. And that was mid-conversation. And this is and I just had one not too long ago, but you have to stomach it. But these are the people with the nice cars, the nice homes. Like I live in a really good area, and I'm not crazy with cars. I have a few cars, but this is the price I pay for it. I mean, if I lived in a lesser everything, I would have less stress. I wouldn't, spend more time with the kids. But I cannot let what my potential earning power go, completely as much as I would like. I'm not so over the top to where my family's neglected. It's just I am going to the wall, and I don't know if I'm going to do it forever. I think I'm going to get smart about it eventually and kind of consolidate the stuff I do. But these are the things that the habits I have that you kind of have to have. Unless, like I said, you have a really good brain, I mean, super good, or you have a family that's so supportive to where you're just kind of almost like a person rehabilitating themselves and learning how to walk again, and they're grabbing your foot and moving it forward to the next one. And yeah, ultimately you're going to do the work, but it doesn't hurt at the very beginning that they're grabbing your feet and moving it forward. Speaking of doing businesses, I talk to people in that type of business, physical therapy and stuff, and there is some money to be made there. But no matter what you do, it's all going to pay at the end, but you're going to have to pay a whole heck of a lot at the beginning. So in any event, this is kind of my quick little motivation of the day / whatever you want to call it. And that joke I was going to say yesterday, it was a good joke. And I'm like, okay, should I re-edit it, or should I just say it again, or cut it out? So I'll let you know what I do with it later. Riveting, I know.